Hello, rock and roll rebels, and welcome to another episode of Thundercrack Thursday. Due to the fact that I am both binging the Lord of the Rings audiobook via podcast, where it's got the lovely Howard Shore soundtrack and ambient sounds mixed in, narrated by this guy named Phil Dragash. Really good, highly recommend if you haven't or read Lord of the Rings or ever want to. It's a great audiobook. But that aside, what features in that, like I said, is the score by Howard Shore, and it is a particular 50 seconds of that score that we are going to discuss this evening, which is the first 50 seconds of the Black Rider track from the soundtrack to Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, which I'm currently also in the middle of watching. And I don't know about danceability, but it is 110% frolicable because I and my best friend in college frolicked our fannies off to the Black Riders first 50 seconds. And then it gets really down and gloomy and it's no longer frolicable after that first 50 seconds, so we just skipped to the next track on my little pink second gen Nano at 17, but those were the days. So I it's a little bit obscure, but like I said, I'm in the midst of Lord of the Rings binge. So, gotta go with the muse, and the muse was Lord of the Rings. So check out that audiobook. If you want to find out how to find it, hit me up. I'm not associated with them, I just really enjoyed it because I love the soundtrack to the films and the fact they mixed in ambient sounds. So like if they're at the Prancing Pony, you get the barroom sounds. Really, really fits in. It makes it a very immersive audiobook experience. He changes his voice for the characters, so great audiobook. Obviously, great films. The first of them has now turned 20, and I get new things out of them every time I go through them. I'm going through the extended editions again and found some new stuff. Also, I figured this was a little appropriate because Tolkien had his birthday on the 3rd, or would have had he not been dead for like 50 years now, but he would have turned 130 was he still alive. So he'd been like the same age as Bilbo when Bilbo goes off to the Grey Havens, roughly. A decent, respectable age had he made it, but he left us with the definitive fantasy novel work, which is worthy of praise. And I'll get back to some more traditional dance tunes at the time, but check out the score for Lord of the Rings done by Howard Shore if you don't already know it. It's really good. Great like background listening music, especially when you like are writing or trying to do something creative. 10 out of 10 recommend for creative background music. Anyways, y'all have a great week. I guess in this case, frolic your way to the weekend. And I will see y'all next week. Rock on.